Hi everybody, this is going to be Building with Spin, and today we're going to be looking at building a mobile camp. Now you might want a mobile camp for a couple different reasons. One, you don't have all the camp slots open to you. You're not Fallout First, but want something more mobile that you can place down just like Fallout First players place their survival tent. So we're going to start with 2 floor pieces. So 1, 2, side by side, and you want 2 because this is about the space that a survival tent takes up, and that's going to be your base. And so then you can place stairs. So stairs, you could place almost any orientation on this, but I kind of like to place it on the very end. And then I'm going to do 1 floor piece at the top, and then 3 halves. So 1, 2, and 3. And then I'm going to do 2 quarter pieces with the mesh wiring, partially because I think it looks cool, but the other reason is that's where I'm going to place my turrets. And if you don't like this look of it floating, you can add some of these posts. So you can add a couple there, you can add one on the end, but I think I'll stick with just the 2 posts. So we'll go with the 2. And then the next thing is to fill it up with the things that you will need. So we're going to put in a vendor, because that's how we make our caps. So we need to have a vendor. And remember, you don't have to have power to these. These will work even though it's not powered. And then we're going to put in our stash box, because that is the next most important thing that we need to have here. So I am going to put down my stash box. And if you're not Fallout First, that's the one thing that you'll put down is a stash box. If you are Fallout First and you still want a mobile camp, put the scrap box right on top of it because it'll fit and save you some space. And then I'm going to put the ammo box here right on the end. And you just want to make sure that nothing overhangs, that everything is on your base. Okay, and then what else do we need? We need crafting. So we're going to put a crafting downstairs, because I like to have one close to the vending and scrap boxes. If I'm just hitting my camp to scrap up, it's all at the bottom, so I don't have to worry about running upstairs. So let's see if we can fit in 2. We can fit 1 definitely. So let's see if we can't get this big guy in there. He might be a little bit too big, but let's check. So to check to see if it is workable, you just exit building mode and then try to craft on it. If you can't craft on it, then it is too big for the space, so we can just move it. So we'll move this guy upstairs, and I think we'll just leave the bottom like this. I might add in like the little cook station down here, but let's fill up our top now. So that's the bottom, and at the top I'm going to add in more crafting. So we'll get our weapons workbench. So the main workbenches that I use is weapons, armor, and the tinker station. So I'll definitely include these 3. So we'll put these 3 in here and slide it over. And just check to make sure there's enough space in between for it to animate so you can use. Yep, so that one's a go, and this one's going to be a go. Perfect, perfect. Alright, now you can fill the rest of the space up here with anything that you want. Like I said, I got these 2 quarter pieces for turrets, so I'm going to put my turrets there. I could add a turret on the bottom too, but I'll leave it with just 2 on top. And this piece here, I could put a chemistry station, or I could put some of these resources that you kind of pick up with gold bullion or from an event. So I'll do a few just to make it look cool. So Mothman eggs, that's a food, but it's also an ingredient. And let's see, wood, wood pile. That's always useful. And then the cookie jar. So since this is a mobile camp, I'm not going to be planting things every time I move it. So the cookie jar will give you a bit of food. I'll place a bed down. So instead of a bed, you could always do your like a bigger cook station there. And then just do a chair with a musical instrument to give you that well-tuned perk instead of the well-rested perk, but I could put both down. So there we go. There's a decent little mobile camp right there. Yeah. So the other thing that you could do if you want to, you could always blueprint this camp. So if you decided to build a permanent camp and keep it for a while, you can always have this blueprinted for later use in case you are ready to move your permanent camp somewhere else and you didn't quite have time to fully build it. So I'm going to blueprint this, and I'll just name my blueprint mobile camp. So I don't know if it'll show up my typing, but I messed up there a little bit. So it's modal camp, but that's okay. I'll know exactly what it means. So let's run down the way, replace our camp, and see if it's truly mobile. All right, so we got our camp replaced. And if you go back in to build, it should store it for you. So it's just over into the stored tab, and there it is. And you just find a blue place at the orientation that you like and pop it down. So there we go. And everything's on there. So the biggest thing is you just want to make sure that everything that you put on your mobile camp is on. Nothing is overhanging the floor, your flooring. So there we go. So like I said, you might want a mobile camp for a couple different reasons. I actually have one of these already blueprinted that I put down in workshops when I take over a workshop. So instead of having to build each thing separately, I have a blueprint for like a little mobile camp that I just throw down in my workshop. So I have my stash boxes, a crafting station, and things like that ready for me. Let's test it again. Let's run down the road, get more to a wooded area to see if we can't replace the camp. So let me just run down the road here a little bit. And I'll just find a spot. This will be fine. There's some trees and stuff around. And pop it down. And then open up our tab, and it should be stored. There it is. And we'll face it this way. Boom. Went down really nice. And our camp is ready. And it's even got defense. Now, in this, you could also add walls to your camp. With these little mobile camps, I like to keep it more open space. But that's completely up to you. You can add some walls. I might do a second one where I have walls put up. But here you go. This is a nice little mobile camp. It's got everything that you need.